Hey y'all, it is your boy JB, and we are here today with the review for The Real Housewives of Potomac, you guys. And this is season 8, you guys, episode 2. Episode is titled Home Sweet and Drama, you guys. Now, before we go ahead and get into this review, if you guys are watching this video or any other video on the channel and you guys aren't subscribed yet, then I need you guys to do me a solid favor and stop taking me out on this date and then having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know the routine. You can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning on your post notifications, and sharing the video, you guys. And with that out of the way, without further ado, let's go ahead and discuss this episode of The Real Housewives of Potomac, shall we? All right, you guys. So this episode here was another supersized episode, and I'm kind of confused as to why it was supersized because we didn't get a significant amount of stuff from this episode for it to be an hour and 15 minutes. I think the most that we got was from Ashley's scenes, and I didn't really enjoy those scenes, but it is what it is. But yeah, all right, you guys. So I guess I'll sort of put Robin because Robin didn't have anything going on in this episode. Robin is taking some supplements, and then her husband comes in, and once again, like I said, I don't know if I said it last week or not, but I'm gonna say it right here. If Robin likes looking like a fool with this situation with Juan, I have no problem with it. I'm gonna let her live her life and do her. Because if you want to believe what your husband tells you, then sis, believe the lies that are coming from your husband's mouth, right? You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So she did tell Juan about going over to Giselle's house, right? And how she felt like it was an intervention. And so they have already talked about it, which I guess Robin wants to keep saying that, she don't want to talk about it, so she's not upset. Once again, if that's how you feel, then that's how you feel, right? You do look a little foolish, just being quite honest with you. But again, like I said, if that's how she wants to appear, then who am I to say boo, cat, dog, shit, fuck, hoe, piss, anything of the sorts, right? If she likes it, I love it. And so it is what it is, you guys. If you guys got anything else from that scene with Robin, feel free to leave it in the comment section. But like I said, I will say this right here, right now. I know everybody said it. We know we say it every season pretty much. Can this literally be Robin's last season? She just doesn't bring anything. I know people will probably say, well, she is everybody's storyline this season because she didn't talk about it last season. So now it's time to hold her feet to the fucking fire. I don't have a problem with that. Let's pause here and move forward, you guys. All right, you guys. So next up, let's talk about the new girl, Nneka. Is that how you pronounce it? They Ashley says it one way, but Wendy said it another way. Nneka, I don't know what her name is. One of them two, right? So Nneka, whatever her name is, she's new to Potomac, right? And so she's just closed on a home. It was very much so given Monique season 2 of Potomac when Monique came in because she was talking about she almost didn't close on her home because she did not, put down all the properties that she owned. So she owns a home here, owns a home there, owns a home there. Also probably has homes over in Africa and stuff like that. So I think Nigeria because she's from Nigeria, right? We also find out that she's a newlywed. Her husband is a doctor. I forgot what she said he's a doctor of. What I will say about her is the jury is still out on her. I don't dislike her, but the jury is out on her. Also, another thing that I will say, she did come out very fake to me. That's just my personal opinions. You guys can let me know what you thought. But she came off a little fake to me. I did also notice that, her wigs, they are horrible. Her wigs are atrocious. Her makeup is terrible. Her makeup is very, very, very chalky. But again, like I said, the jury, I don't, just meeting her in this episode, I don't have no feelings toward Ms. Nneka, whatever her name is. I have no feelings towards her. We'll see how the season progresses, and we'll form an opinion from there. So far, she's all right. Like I said, I do think she's putting 20 on 10. But I think I've noticed with the Potomac Housewives, I do feel like sometimes some of the women come on here and front. But I mean, I think that's all housewives. But I do notice it with Potomac, right? That some of the Potomac women do come on and put a little 20 on 10 with their lives when they are not really living the lives that they claim that they're living. Karen, I don't think she was living the life she professed to live years ago. Charisse, God, Charisse, Giselle, Ashley, all of them, honestly. Let's just keep it real. I don't think any of them was making the money, was really wealthy, rich women. But that it is what it is, you guys. Let me know what you guys thought about Ms. NECA in the comments section below. And let's pause here and move forward, you guys. You guys, like I said, this episode, it really gave nothing. And I still don't understand what was an hour. I know what the hour and 15 minutes was. It was Ashley's party, which we'll save that for last. But next up, let's talk about Wendy, you guys. So you guys know Wendy. Y'all know, we know every season Wendy's going to come with a new hustle, right? It was the candles. What did she do after the candles? She did so much. So she does different things every season, right? And I'm cool with it, right? As a housewife on these shows, you want to come with something new every season, and you want to come back bigger and better, right? So this season, we see as Wendy is going to look for a studio because Wendy wants to have her own talk show. And I was like, okay, I can actually see that, and I would be here for it. Let me know what you guys think about that, right? Now, one thing I will say about Wendy, in that interview look with that black thing that she has on, with the thing that goes around her neck up here, baby, Wendy looks the fuck good, you guys. What I will say about Wendy heard what people said about her season 5 of The Real Housewives of Potomac, how crunchy her wigs looked and how bad her makeup was. Wendy heard what people said about her season 5 and came back season 6, 7, and 8 and have showed the girls like, y'all talked about me season 5, but bitch, you can't talk about me now because I be killing it. I'm like, girl, you definitely do be killing it. Her confessionals be on point. Her, when she be in her scenes, they be on point. I be like, yes, 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 Miss Wendy. Give it to him, right? Wendy, you doing yet another business venture, but you don't have a budget. Okay. This sound like them candles all over again, Wendy, because you didn't have a budget with them candles either. And so this is your money. She didn't even know what a PA was. I was like, you don't know what a PA is, Wendy? A production assistant? Okay. Now, mind you, like I just said, she doesn't know what the budget is, but also she knows that she's over budget. I am my TV is so interesting. This thing literally pauses while I'm watching something, and it'll turn itself off and start over. So weird. But yeah, Wendy is over her budget. I was like, that ain't good. Yeah, but that's really all I got for Wendy. Like I said, everybody seen in this episode, it literally gave nothing. Again, I don't understand why this episode was an hour and 15 minutes. It could have just been a regular hour. You know what I'm saying? It could have just been an hour worth of an episode. But hey, hopefully next week's episode is not an hour and 15 minutes. Let me go take a look and see if I can find out what next week's. I don't even want to look that far in advance, but I really hope that next week's episode is not an hour and a half. We can go to an hour. We can go down to an hour. But yeah, you guys, that is it for Wendy's scene as well. See? And I'm trying to stretch this out to at least get to 20 minutes at least. Let's pause here and let's move forward, you guys. All right, you guys, so let's talk about Candace real quick. Once again, another scene where nobody has anything going on. So we see Candace. So Candace is in her home and she is at her home office. Now, I will say that office was a little bit on the ghetto side, Candace, with, the picnic tables and those chairs. But I mean, I get it. Sometimes we got to use what we got until we can get what we need to get, right? But you got money, so I don't know why you don't have a desk. I'm just questioning that. But hey, neither here nor there. So her manager came over, right? And so they're talking about her music. So the label that she signed with, I forget which season that was that she signed with them. I think it was season 6, right? When she signed with her label, her contract is almost up with that label. So they're having to think about what to do, right? So after that, they talked about her tour. And so her manager, she's going to Chicago. I think she's going to Chicago. She will be going to St. Louis and things of that nature. And so her manager wants for her to bring people with her. So her manager suggested Drew, and she was like, no, she doesn't want to sell. She doesn't want to use Drew because she feels that she is selling out seats. Now I did see that Drew used the meme of Mimi Nene, where she's like, now see how I get in. Now why am I in this? You see how I get in this? She did use that, and Candace also did tweet that the scene was cut up, so she wasn't saying anything negative about Drew. You guys know that she and Drew are actually friends with each other, right? So that's really it for Candace. But hey, let me know in the comment section. Has anybody went to see Candace perform? Let me know in the comments. If you have saw her, how was the show? I'm still kind of confused how she spent $500,000. That ain't no shade towards Candace. I'm just confused as to how she spent $500,000. But hey, it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section below, and also let me know if you guys have also been to see her show. Let's pause here and move forward, you guys. Next up, you guys, Mia. So we see Mia. So Mia is meeting up with Karen, right? Baby, when Karen met her, I noticed Karen had on all black, number one. Number two, when Mia went to go hug Karen, Karen hit her with the, how are you doing? I was like, I know that's right, Karen. So Karen is telling Mia how, last season I stood up for you, but then you come to me with a rumor as if it's factual, right? And she was like, but that's what I was told, Karen. Okay, I'm pretty sure you guys get told a lot of things about each other, but if this is someone that you consider a friend, come to her off of camera and say, hey, Karen, so I just want to, or you could have came to her in a different way and said, hey, Karen, so I want you to know that I've heard a rumor going around about you. I don't believe that it's true, but I just want you to, I just want to give you a heads up. Like, they're saying that you out here doing this and they're saying that you out here doing that. Again, from what I know of you, you my friend. I don't believe that rumor at all. So I just want to let you know what the streets are saying, right? But Mia came to her as if it was factual, and Karen had an issue with that, right? So they made up with each other in this baby steps. So then Karen asked, Mia about she and Gordon, and she says that they're good. And the way she said that they're good, I'm like, girl, no, y'all not good. And so Karen also asked her, the thing that Giselle said at the reunion, was there any validity towards that with the embezzlement thing, right? And Mia said no. And so they ended up ending that scene right there. I was like, oh. And once again, Karen hit her with the handshake. So let's pause here and move forward, you guys. Next up, you guys, Karen. We have a scene with Karen, so she's meeting up with Ashley, who revealed her new boobs, but I noticed her boobs in last week's episode. Ashley, Giselle, and Mia, right? So they're doing, I believe, Pilates or whatever. I think they were doing Pilates. I could be wrong. And so Mia got there, and once again, Karen hit her with the handshake. And so we know that Karen is approaching 60 years old. She looks amazing for 60, right? So Karen said that she went and did all the typical, the tests that she needs to do. And I think she said she has a calcium blockage around her heart, but it's 5%, right? And she said that that's it's not bad. So I was like, okay, Karen, cool. So then Karen also told them about, her talking with Mia. And sorry, guys, the camera ran out of memory. But what I was saying is Karen was telling the ladies how she talked to Mia. And she was basically telling Mia, like, hey, when it comes to this group and you and me, more specifically, don't bring rumors to me, bring facts to me. So Giselle decided that she wants to ask Karen, does Karen feel that she owes Robin an apology? And I will sit here and say, absolutely the fuck not. For what? Like, that rumor might not have been, we don't know about the woman in Georgetown, right? Well, I mean, technically we kind of do, right? Don't we? Because that lady that he was at that nail shop and stuff with, those ladies, one of those ladies that he was with, I can't remember which one it is, one of those coaches, she kind of does look like Karen a little bit. Let's just keep it a buck. So, yeah. But do I think, so y'all can say what y'all want to say, but let me know what y'all think as well. So let's pause here, you guys, and we'll wrap up the episode. All right, you guys, so we're wrapping this episode up with Hey Arnold Stewie, a.k.a. Ashley. We see her and Sheila with that raggedy-ass wig. Baby, I want Sheila to get rid of that hair. It is abysmal. It is atrocious, right? So Ashley is getting some plans for her housewarming party, and Ashley lets her mom know that she is inviting her new friend, Nneka, over, right? or Nneka, whatever her name is, who's a newlywed. And so Ashley is the one that's getting the mess started between Nneka and Wendy, right? Because she's letting it be known that they're from the same, they're from Nigeria. I think it's the same tribe. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. And Ashley is saying that they know of each other, Wendy and this Nneka girl, right? And so Ashley's saying she's very nice. The Nneka girl is nice. And she's also telling her mom about how she and Michael went on that family vacation. I guess Sheila knew, don't care. Sheila just wants the money. Let's keep it a buck. Sheila wants to make sure that she never has to go sleep up under the bridge with that tenant again. And I see right through you, Sheila. So Sheila asked Ashley about this lawsuit that Michael has with Candace. And let's be real, that lawsuit against Candace is bullshit. And then Ashley's going to sit here and try to say that, in a way, she's trying to say that Candace was trying to basically defaming Michael. I was like, girl, get the fuck out of here. When we have video footage of this man grabbing ass for seasons, grabbing ass, and there was a whole situation with one of the cameramen who, filed a suit against him. So Ashley, girl, get the fuck out of here. Do not sit here and try to put that on Candace. Your creep of a husband is the cause of anything that's happened with his businesses. Miss me with the bullshit. So then we get to Ashley's raggedy ass party. Now, I will say her house is nice. I do like her house. Charisse. I just want to know where Charisse comes from. Her outfits look so tacky, played, and then those wigs look like she got it from the witness protection program. Like, girl, what the fuck? So they were trying to say that Karen and Charisse were dressed alike. They absolutely the fuck were not dressed alike. Like, stop with that shit. Then we saw thirsty ass Deborah was there. I was like, oh my God, will this girl go away? Nneka showed up. Her and Wendy were really nice to each other when they first met each other. And so keep a pin in that, right? Now, we did see a flashback scene because at one point Wendy went in the house and she was talking to Ashley. She was letting her know about the situation. You guys remember, Wendy feels a way about Deborah as well as Candace because Happy Eddie and all that stuff, right? Why is this thirsty thirst bucket on my screen? I really hope that this is the last time we'll see her on this show this season. I know we'll probably see her again throughout the season, but I hope this is the last season that we ever see this girl with her thirsty ass, right? Now, Ashley is getting the shit started because she decides to tell Wendy that she talked to Nneka about, her doctorate degree. And Nneka's like, well, she's not her actual doctor, which I think we all know that Wendy is not a PhD. She's not an MD. She's a PhD, right? Like, I think we all know that. Like, what the fuck, Ashley? You are so messy. Then you want to talk about the fact that she said some things about, now I won't repeat it because I didn't really understand what they were talking about with that whole situation about, Nigeria and some tribe being ousted and stuff like that. But I guess the tribe that's ousted, they're trying to attach Wendy's family to that tribe. I don't really like this right here. It's one thing when we talk about, the colorism on the Real Housewives of Potomac, but now we're talking about, religion and all that kind of stuff. And this is not something that I know anything about. And so I'm not going to delve too deep into it because I have no knowledge of this. And all I can say is Ashley was just being her literal self, being messy. And then she gonna sit there and say, her and Wendy don't kiki with each other. Yeah, I would never kiki with you. I would literally never kiki with Ashley if you paid me. Even if it was free. Never would kiki with her. But that's the episode, you guys. Let me know what you guys thought about it down in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel, you guys. Turn on your post notifications and also share the video, you guys. Until the next time, stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves. Wash your hands. Be blessed. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.